So back when I was an automotive technician, I remember going into the service writer's office, and he had accepted a phone call from a client who said that they needed a water pump replaced on an 80 Chevy Suburban. And right away he went to his CRM, he typed in 80 Chevy Suburban, whatever, and they needed a water pump. So he typed in water pump replacement. And the CRM at the time, I didn't know it was a CRM, but the software he was using automatically calculated how much labor time that it would take to replace a water pump, also how much coolant it would take, the water pump. It would tell him if the water pump was available in stock at the local O'Reilly's, and that was absolutely fantastic. So right there on the phone, that service writer, without ever seeing the car, was able to say, if you just need a water pump, it's going to be $850.36. And to me, that like blew my mind. I'm like, wow, that's such amazing software that it could have that capability. So in this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about why I am transitioning from Markate to Service Fusion. If you guys have been around the handyman industry for a long time, you know that I have worked with Markate for many years. I still absolutely love them. I endorse them heavily. But I am transitioning my business from Markate to Service Fusion, which is another CRM platform. And the main reason why I'm doing that is, first, I want to caveat it, is if you are a brand new handyman, I would say for the first 7 years I used Markate. We're still using Markate. We haven't fully made the transition yet. So if you're brand new, I still highly recommend Markate. Markate is the cheapest, easiest to use, and has a lot of great features that a lot of new handymen need. And it was great for me up to about 2 employees, or 2 technicians out in the field. But the main reason why I'm switching to Service Fusion, a lot of people have asked me that question, and the main reason is for more reporting functionality, as well as that type of estimating that I explained that I saw from my service writer back when I was an automotive technician. They have something very, very similar in Service Fusion. It's a little bit different. Basically, in Service Fusion, you can create service packages, a service catalog. So say you want to replace a gate. You type it in, replace gate, and you put everything in there. So you put the pricing in there, you put everything in there, you front load it. But when you actually go to do the job, say someone calls in and say, hey, I need a 4-foot gate replaced. You type that into Service Fusion, it automatically pops up with the labor rate that you have previously put in under 4-foot gate, and it comes all the materials that you're gonna need for that specific gate that you've already pre-entered at a earlier time. So it automatically gives you a rate, a price that it's going to cost to replace that gate, right, just like that. The only thing it doesn't do that the stuff did from when I was an automotive technician is it doesn't tell you if stuff is in stock at Home Depot. It doesn't really have that capability, although I think that the future is coming and things are going that way. So currently I am transitioning from Markate to Service Fusion, and those are the main 2 reasons. Reporting functionality and kind of that ease of estimating process. It's going to really streamline a lot of our systems and our processes, because think about it. If you enter in all the jobs, I mean, you're not going to be able to enter in everything, but if you enter in 90% of the work that you do, ceiling fans, kitchen faucets, painting, if you do painting, per square feet, any Joe Schmo, you can hire any Joe Schmo to do your estimating. Someone calls in and say, hey, I need a, 200 square foot room painted. Right? Well, they type that in, 200 square feet, they put that in there, it automatically comes up with a pre-configured price that you entered before, and it comes up with everything that they need, and they can give them a price right on the spot. So, in my mind, that's one of the amazing things about Service Fusion. I know there's a lot of other CRMs that do the same functionality, but Service Fusion has a lot of other features that I want as well for the right price range. So, that's why I'm transitioning to them. And I know that a lot of people have asked, but I would recommend, if you are with Markate, don't switch until you are ready, because it is a much higher added expense. And as a growing business, you do not need that added expense until you get multiple employees, and then you can start absorbing those added expenses to make those adjustments. So now to the reporting functionality. Markate, if you've been with Markate for a while, Markate does not have the best reports. You got to do, secondary outside reports. I did a lot of reports on my own using Google Sheets and things like that. QuickBooks, everything like that. Whereas Service Fusion, everything is more in-house. It has the capability to take the information that's already there for estimates that you've won, invoices that you've done, money that you've collected, things like that, to create all kinds of different reports to help you grow your business and basically create the KPIs that you need in order to grow your business and know where your business stands on any given day. And that's ultimately what I'm looking for at this new point in my business. Is I've grown and now I'm at the point where I need to manage the thing, and manage the growth through KPIs and reports and things like that. So that's another huge reason why we are making the transition. Now, just like everything, there's downfalls to everything. There's things that Marquate has that Service Fusion doesn't have. One of those things is the capability of putting a lead request form on your website. Now, I don't know why Service Fusion doesn't have that capability. You can put a lead request form on your website, but it doesn't link with their CRM. Marquate is cool because when someone fills out the lead form on your website, it automatically puts their name and all their information into your CRM for marketing, reasons and things like that. Service Fusion does not have that capability. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not a software developer, but that seems like it'd be something fairly easy to kind of implement. But so basically what you have to do is you have to put a lead generation form on your website. That has to be sent to a secondary email, and then whoever you have answering the phones, replying to emails, takes that information from that email and then puts it into Service Fusion. I don't know why there's that extra step, but you win some, you lose some, you kind of got to take it as you want, If you want a little bit of everything, you'll have to go with the much more higher up CRMs and things like that. Another thing that Marquate has that Service Fusion doesn't have the capability, again, I don't know why, but I'm not a software developer, is Marquate, you can request deposits. Super easy. When you're done, writing the estimate at the bottom, you can request a 10% deposit or a money deposit, whatever it is, and someone can pay that and then accept the estimate. In Service Fusion, it's not all that simple. I don't know why. You cannot request a deposit, or you can't even accept a deposit until the estimate has been accepted. So the way that it has to go is you have to send the estimate over to the client. They accept the estimate. Then once it's accepted, you can convert it into a job. And then when it's in the job status, then you can request a deposit. But you can't resend it to them and then they pay the deposit on their end. What you have to do, it's kind of crazy, you have to call them up and you have to get their credit card information over the phone, and then you manually enter it into the job, and then you basically accept that payment over the phone. So it seems like a very unnecessary added step, but again, you win some, you lose some. You gotta take what you can take and leave what you can't. That's just the way it is. So I don't understand that. Those are probably the two main differences, the things that I don't necessarily like about Service Fusion that Marquate has. But there's a lot more functionalities that Service Fusion does have that Marquate does not. So it's kind of like, what are you gonna do? You can't win everything. You can't get it all in one package unless you're willing to spend a bunch of money a month. And that's eventually the route we're gonna go. But just wanted to make a quick video talking about our transition from Marquate to Service Fusion and why we're doing that. We're hoping to fully launch into Service Fusion at the beginning of 2024. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Fantastic Tuesday. I have no clue what it is anymore, but I got 2 Black Friday deals that are lasting until December 1st, 2023 that you gotta know about. The first one is Nice Job. Nice Job is a review ask platform that we've been using for many, many months now. It has absolutely skyrocketed our reviews, and it has done massive stuff for our business online profiles. I would highly recommend you check it out. For the first 2 months of a brand new Nice Job membership, you are getting 50% off of that membership cost. I'll put a link in the description below where you can click to go and get signed up for that deal. The second Black Friday deal again goes till December 1st of 2023, and it is for the Handyman Academy. The Handyman Academy is my coaching group that I created years ago, and I have helped many people either start up their handyman businesses or take their businesses to the next level by hiring employees. Right now, I'm giving you the first 2 months for 50% off of brand new Handyman Academy memberships. I'll put a link in the description below that you can follow and a coupon code that you can apply to get that discount on checkout. So guys, right now until December 1st, 2023 is a fantastic time to make some huge moves for your business moving into 2024. All right, without any further ado, let's get back to today's video. All right, guys, this has been day 62 of my 100-day video challenge. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My business has grown a lot and we've really seen a lot of changes. I remember back before September, because we started this challenge September 1st, my coach, Michael, he said, hey, you should do 30 days of YouTube videos. So I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. How about 100? Just like that's the way my brain works. Sometimes it gets me in trouble. But we're like, let's do 100 videos, right? So in basically 100 working days, we're going to create one video a day. And we are on day 62 now, which is absolutely fantastic. We are getting there. I appreciate everyone who has tuned in. My business has changed a lot because September 1st was the first day that we made this YouTube video, or this 100-day video challenge. And it was also the first day of promoting our estimator to general manager. Now the goal for that was to train him for 3 months. And then December 1st would be his 3-month, basically, 90-day probation would be over. Here we are almost at December 1st, and I, haven't trained him a whole lot because life kind of got flipped and turned upside down, kind of how life does, right? Life is unpredictable. Ultimately, the Bible says that man plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. Like, we don't know what is to come. So September 1st, we started this, we promoted our general manager, and then around the middle of September, we found out my wife was pregnant with our third kid, which is absolutely fantastic. She has had horrible morning sickness though. And so much so that she was basically at home, like not able to eat, not able to take care of our kids because she's been in bed like 24/7. So I made the choice to basically take time off work. And thank God that we had a general manager that could run the boat and allow me to do that. So I've been off work for quite a few weeks now, basically taking care of my wife and my family. My wife is feeling a little bit better. For those of you that have been praying for her, I appreciate that. She's still up and down. Some days are great, some days are really bad. But by and large, it's been going really well, and the business has been going good. We could stand to be a little bit busier, but that's kind of the way things go right now. By and large, the general manager, Rich, is doing a fantastic job, and I feel so blessed to be able to focus on my family while the business is being handled by employees that know what they're doing. It's a huge blessing, and I think it's a huge testament to what we've been working at for years. I mean, I looked at my journal that I wrote last October, and I wrote in there, I'm like, man, I'm feeling really down. Like, I feel like we should be further along in business than we are. I feel like we should be better off financially than we are. And it's just so interesting to see the change from last October to now this year, and really discovering that freedom, and just seeing the business being able to survive by itself and also pay us a good salary is just like, it's really amazing. And it's amazing what can happen when you follow directions, when you do what needs to be done and do it. Like, no excuses, right? If you want to do something bad enough, you will do it. You will find a way to do it. So my recommendation, I know that this is kind of a long rant at the end of the video. We already watched the video, but my recommendation would be figure out what needs to be done. And for me, the biggest way to do that was by hiring a coach. I've hired many coaches throughout my career, and they've always helped me get to the next level. The guy I'm using right now, I know that you're watching this here, Michael. I really appreciate you and all that you do for my business. It's because of you we've kind of gotten to this point, and I just really appreciate that. You helped me kind of overcome a lot of my own mental blocks. At the end of the day, we know what needs to be done, but it's just our own mentality that we struggle with, of making that step, taking that plunge, jumping off that diving board. And sometimes we need someone else behind us to give us a little swift kick to keep us going, and that would be my recommendation to you guys, is get yourself a coach, and do what needs to be done. Follow directions. Like, seriously, find someone who has what you want and learn from them. Pay them to teach you. And then not only pay them to teach you, but do what they say. Because if you don't do what they say, you might as well not even pay them. Like, you might as well just go off and do your own thing. Whatever they say, do it. Because the people that we hire, the people that are above us, the people that are further along than us, they know a thing or two because they've been through it. That's what I love about my coach. It's awesome. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I know there was a really long rant at the end of this video, but I appreciate you guys. drop me a comment in the comment section below. I would love to hear a little bit about you and your business. We'll talk to you guys soon, and don't forget, tomorrow is the last day for our Black Friday deal for the Handyman Academy and Nice Job. So go ahead and follow the links down in the description below and get signed up for those puppies. Your business will thank you.